Thank you, sir. And now, as a student, I always wish for someone's guidance in this business and all. So now my dream came true. Now to the another exciting part of the day, the inaugural of E4 Club. Enthuse, engage, evolve, emerge. Andhra University Entrepreneurs Club driven by AHUB, Andhra University Incubation Council. E4 Club is set up mainly to develop and foster startups in the university campus and motivate students to start their entrepreneurial journey. The club will make students aware on a wide range of startup resource, mentoring, renting services, and market access. Without any further delay, now I welcome our guest, the Registrar of Andhra University, Professor V. Krishnamohan Garu, to inaugurate the club and address the gathering. Sir, we welcome you.
ఏం స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి అయితే ఇప్పుడు ఇంకేం లాంచింగ్ ఏదైనా ఉందా
launching
ఆఫ్టర్వర్డ్స్ ఓకే very glad to see you all here, all enthusiastic entrepreneurs as well as prospective entrepreneurs, very experienced learned personalities. I am very privileged to be here on the occasion of launching of E4 Club, E to the power 4. That is how enthuse, engage, evolve, emerge. Sequentially, I think it's a great idea so as to generate interest in all of you to take up entrepreneurship as a career, to emerge as job provider than a job seeker. That is what India needs now. Say all these years, youngsters like all of you, including me, at that age group, was aiming at securing a good job so that our life is secure, preferably government job. Fortunately or unfortunately, when I got government job, I declined to join government job. I continued to remain on the campus, enrolled for research, and after say so many upgradations of my knowledge, skill, finally I chose to be a teacher because of my passion. That is how I started my career as a lecturer. But still, I am so much interested, deeply involved in learning entrepreneurship, teaching entrepreneurship to the 4th semester students of MBA as a mandatory course, entrepreneurship and small business management. Those days when I was teaching, it used to occur to my mind, why India is shy on entrepreneurship? Why small countries, they are very good in entrepreneurship? It is all because of our attitude, brought up culture, and not believing ourselves. We do not know what are our potentialities. That is how, if you take entrepreneurship, people used to believe entrepreneurship is a risky affair. Also, there is no social status. You will be surprised to know that the bride parents, they were reluctant to give daughter to prospective entrepreneurs, or entrepreneurs succeeded also because of the risky. Business is risk. They do not know at what point of time successful business run into unsuccessful situations. Because nothing is permanent, as all of you know. In business always there will be ups and downs. And also, if somebody gives the information that I am doing business, I am running a factory, people who are not believing to the fullest extent possible. And rather, if you say Even I am a peon in a government organization, be it court, be it university, bride parents after them. That was the social status, to be very honest with you. From such stage, why entrepreneurship was shy those days? Because of this lack of social status, lack of proper attitude towards taking risk. Now, risk is very calculated. Risk is something which can be differentiated from uncertainty. There is a difference between uncertainty and risk. So, entrepreneurship is not uncertain. Rather, the other day we went to US, Ravi and me, person who is in charge of Matchbox, one of the very happening, entrepreneurship guidance come incubation center. Yes. He was telling us he learned so much because of 4 failures of his startups. That is how he got the idea of providing his wise counsel, advice to the prospective entrepreneurs, whoever is coming to Matchbox. Right? This is there in close to Chicago, right? West Lafayette. Yes, that is the city name. Indianapolis is the state. So subsequently, how many successful entrepreneurship startup ideas he could generate, incubate, and ensure success of those students. If you look at their track record, this is how America has become a very happening. China has become happening, right? Korea has become happening in the field of entrepreneurship, startup, incubation area. Gradually, from that stage, they have gone to the extent of inventing something new, patenting. On patent front, they emerged so much. Now we realized all of a sudden in India that entrepreneurship is engine of economic growth, which we used to teach in the class. Everybody believes that entrepreneurship is engine of economic growth. Why it should be regarded as an engine of economic growth? In William J. Stanton, which book I referred when I was studying marketing, somewhere he mentions in the introductory part itself, unless something is sold in the market by someone, nothing happens in the market. So what is the origin? What you want to sell, you should have idea. Where from this idea come? What are the products available? Which product is not suitable to the present requirement, and how you are going to fill that gap. Philip Kotler further says, find a gap, fill it, you are a successful marketer. How you are going to satisfy human needs, their wants, their desires, their ambitions, how you are going to fulfill by your product, by your service, is all going to make a big difference. So from that stage, even younger generation like all of you started thinking, even there is a changed attitude among the parents in the society that entrepreneurship is also equated as a respectable profession. And people, whoever is entering into entrepreneurship, are also succeeding, fortunately. Although there is a risk of failure, but enormous increase in recognition, social status, because of the contribution made by entrepreneurs. So how entrepreneurship is going to come? Without you being creative, talented, you should have patience, you should have the ability to mobilize resources and connecting people, you should have the ability of networking. All these things are given to you along with your studies. If you are joining a big business school, more than MBA degree, your networking is going to be net worth. That is what is taught these days. Now, who are your peer group members? What is the school in which you have studied? And who are your classmates? Occupying what type of positions? What type of networking you maintain is going to be a matter of great concern. So people started believing teamwork. wherever you reside, probably through online connectivity, it has enhanced your talent, ability, exchange of ideas, sharing of information, learning experience has become so easy and accessible. Success stories we used to read, but you read unsuccessful stories so that you will come to know why those startups have become unsuccessful, what best can be done to avoid such errors, how do I overcome such obstacles which were not handled properly. This is how you learn. A wise man is one, an American professor used to tell us, a wise man is one who learns out of failures of someone, not from the failures of person. So, he doesn't allow failures to happen at all. If you have the tendency of learning from the failures of others, you never allow yourself to fail. Therefore, you are always wise not to commit mistakes, and you try to avoid mistakes, and you try to learn from others' mistakes, so that at the end your resources are intact. You are not going to incur loss. There is no risk. You are going to mitigate risk, minimize risk. That is what is essential quality of avoidance of risk. How risk management can be done? You are very smart. These days, the present generation is very smart in managing risk. They know how to avoid risk, how to mitigate risk. That is where I think all of you need to be very critical of the situation, analyze the market to know market opportunities. That is the origin of thinking in the right direction to become a prospective entrepreneur. And don't hesitate to consult, however small a person you believe in, his experience, his knowledge, his skill, right? His ability to guide you, right? You may be MBA Harvard, but still Andhra University MBA student may guide MBA Harvard student, or vice versa. You need to keep your mind open always. Never think that I have learned enough, I need not have to learn anything from anyone, right? Experience is very, very important. Those who learn from the experience of others, they know how to build empires. Without formal education, entrepreneurs who are successful, countless example I can give. And how they have become successful? They have become successful because of their observation, keen observation, enthusiasm in learning from others who are truly professionals. One need not possess MBA degree to become great entrepreneur, right? You have n number of examples, how they succeeded, how they have built, such big companies, global level companies, without even formal education, right? So they got that enthusiasm, ability to go beyond the facts. They know how to analyze situation. They know how to visualize future market, future requirement, future behavior of the customer. Especially, I am a marketing professor. I always equate business success with market success. Unless there is a market success, there is no business success. So, what does market require? When I say market presupposes existence of people whose needs are addressed as a primary focus. What are those needs? Which are fulfilled, which are not fulfilled? What is the product range available which are satisfying? You will be glad to know. One example I give and conclude. Soap industry. In how many ways soap industry can be defined? I give example in explaining market myopia. Today, the soap industry is structured many ways. If I ask, I am manufacturer of soap, suppose this is the answer you give. What is that you are manufacturing? Season, which season? Whether the soap is for tender skin, dry skin, normal skin, oily skin. Are you following what is happening? Whether the soap is in liquid form, whether the soap is in cake form, whether the soap is detergent or toilet soap, whether the soap is Ayurvedic soap or chemical soap, or the soap is for such skin who do not require cleansing agent like Dove. By following, in how many ways market can be understood? Ample opportunities if you know how to analyze market situation. Whether the soap is for children, Johnson & Johnson specializes only baby care soaps. That is the market they aimed at. PS soap, it has not taken all seasons. One particular soap during that particular season, very famous. All season soap like Mysore sandal, all of you know. Or these days soaps are also positioned against ESPs, emotional selling proposition, if there is no USP. It is a soap that makes you, although you are married, blessed with a girl child, still you are called college going girl. This is what is shown to you in advertisement. These are also soaps. Soaps sold on concepts. Whether this concept is real or not, we do not know. Many mummies may be using Santur soap, but all mummies can never become college going girls. We know that. Anyhow, this is on the scope of definition of market. So, abundant opportunities. And everybody thought, there is no slot left by any soap industry today. Tomorrow somebody is going to propose something new as a soap, right? So, this is how you conduct market analysis, competitive analysis is going to be a matter of great concern. That is how. First of all, you need to analyze where is my market, who is my buyer, where he buys, why he buys, how much he buys, how often he buys, at what price he buys, right? Who are the people involved in delivering these products, how value addition can be done, and what can be price, what is the relationship between quantity demanded and pricing. Unless you answer all these questions, you can never prepare DPR. All entrepreneurs who are planning to make a startup need to believe, how do I prepare DPR? Once you are thorough in preparing detailed project report, half success is yours. Simply by reading your DPR, a banker is going to decide whether an idea can be financed or not. This is what is happening, idea pitching. Validation takes place. Your idea once presented, there are so many people who are going to evaluate and your idea whether it is worth pursuing further or not. Suggestions can be given. Improvement can take place. So, this is the reason why I think pitching competitions are held. Ravi has conducted idea-thon, right, where ideas are presented. Whether this idea is practical, worth pursuing further or not can be known. How creative. Your idea should not become very similar to existing one. Chinese are known for imitation products for a long time. But now, they improved drastically. They are innovating, they are inventing new products. They are patenting, they are selling their products all over the world. They are competing on par with any developed countries' products. How are they able to achieve it? In less than 20-30 years. This is of their rigorous effort. First, they started experimenting, learning, manufacturing by seeing products from West. Gradually, they established their own norms. They established their own innovative strategies. Now they believe, unless they invent, unless you introduce innovative products in the market, there is no survival. To compete in world markets, innovation is the key to success. Everybody may ask, why should I buy this product when I am happy with XYZ product alternatives. You should have a strong and valid reason, rationality, because those features are not available in the existing product, those advantages are not available, or your product is going to overcome the limitations of the existing product. Anything can be considered as a new. How you define new product is also a matter of great concern to all prospective entrepreneurs. So I am so glad the MBA students wanted to start this MBA, E Power of 4 Club, E4 Club. E4 stands for enthusiasm. Enthuse. It is not only your enthusiasm, you need to enthuse others also. So that together we build, together we succeed, together we excel is the idea. Next is engage. How do I engage? At times I may turn down, I may get demotivated because there is no encouragement, there is no guidance, there is no resource. How do I keep my engagement on my task, on my ambition, on my idea? Although majority rejecting, right? KFC is the best example, right? His idea was rejected by star hotels to include in the menu itself. At the age of 64 years or 67 years, his friend gives an advice on the verge of committing suicide. When he wanted to commit suicide, his friend came on the beach and advised him, before you die, why don't you try this? You prepare your menu as per your standards, keep it on the roadside, sell temporarily. That attracted huge crowds. Eventually it has gone for patenting. KFC, of course, the old man is no more and it was sold to somebody else, but still the logo of KFC is carried by the same entrepreneur. He succeeded at the age of 67 years, right? He made 17 businesses 17 times. All businesses failed, but at last he succeeded. So any entrepreneur who is interested, if there is a failure, people should not think. People should not think that is the end of it, end of career, end of life. Every failure is a stepping stone to success. Strongly believe in it. That means failure should not be left like that. Some people, they wanted to start a business. They spent 6 months time. They switch over to some other new idea. That is not good. One should see end of it, whether it is success or failure. If it is success, okay. If it is failure, valuable lessons of life one can learn. Believe in it. That is how one can come up in entrepreneurship career. That is how you need to evolve. That is evolution. It is not sudden change. What is evolution? Darwin theory of evolution, all of you know how mankind on the earth has come into existence several millions of years. And I don't say a startup requires several millions of years, but at least a few years you need to be patient. Tolerance should not be left. Perseverance is important, tolerance is important. That is how you evolve. Overnight, don't think that, looking at Microsoft, looking at, so many CEOs who emerged as successful CEOs, you are not going to become overnight. If you look at them, what is the perennial effort put in by them to reach that level is very, very important. Once you evolve, definitely you are going to emerge as number 1, number 2, number 3. Today you emerged as number 100th position. You aim in next 5 years you wanted to be one among 50. Still next 5 years you emerge as one among top 10. That should be the approach for success in entrepreneurship, right? I think this is the reason why this E Power 4 Club is going to educate people who are interested in entrepreneurship as a career. This country badly needs entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship formation, as we understand, engine of economic growth, because any entrepreneur, whoever is mobilizing resources, will create ample direct and indirect employment opportunities, value creation, wealth creation. That is how economic growth leading to social development. Because this industry is there, I have seen while going to Bangalore from Anantapur by road. Earlier, so many times I travelled, but Kia Motors, when it came in between Anantapur and Bangalore, now you see what type of development took place. That is how, industry upstream, downstream is going to create ample opportunities of growth, not only in employment, others also. There are so many hundreds of food stalls, demand for housing, demand for many other service sector near Kia Motors. Earlier there used to be fraction, now it has gone down. That is the report given by police in that particular region, because everybody is interested in employment, everybody is interested in business, everybody is interested in economic security, social security, life. This is how economic and social growth depends enormously on the entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship success. So with these few words, I declare that the E-Club by MBA students is open now, right? Anything else? Thank you for the opportunity. Nice to talk to you. Shall I go there and sit? Okay, Nathan, yeah. So I declare inauguration of E4 Club. Okay, all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on our business community. Now I'd like to welcome our CEO of our hub, Mr. Ravi Ishwarapu, to address the students on our hub and its activities. Sir, please.
This also. Good evening. Thank you, sir. Thank you for gracing the event and inaugurating the club. Great day for me. I know 1st of April, that's not the reason. But two is when more students get engaged, it's a happy moment because this is what we are all here for, what we are doing this thing for. Very importantly, two things that happened today. When there were certain examples when my professor here talked about just now, persistence, and then you evolve and emerge successful and all that stuff. The university is so, what do you call it, used to and cannot find a replacement. That is the third continuous term for, I think that's a record. Nobody would have that record of being a registrar for a third term. Welcome back, sir. Thank you very much. So he's for the third continuous time after retirement, he is there again as the registrar. We're so happy to see him back. And the second thing is, I also have my friend join in as the alumni officer today. That's Srinivas. So a round of applause to him too for all. Yes, he's there. Yes, and he's there for every event. So he's the one who is running the startup Saturdays. He's the one who is running the hackathon, which is happening today and tomorrow. So he's there. He's equally. These are signs of persistence, hard work with a lot of passion. It's not just for, it's doing out of, it's not meaningless work, but it's a lot of passion involved. So two people that I see today who are continuing to be, continue. Yeah, bought in newly and then continue to be here. Thank you to both of you. Look forward to working with you guys. Ahab, quickly, for the students who have joined, how many of you have joined the E4 club are here now? E4 club, yeah, just your hands. Okay, that's, yeah. I after still thinking, did I join the E4 club or not? Okay, yeah. So uh, we would be doing a lot of activities on the campus. We are now, just to give you, anybody who has an idea what incubation is, because these are guys who do not know what incubation is. Anybody who knows where the word incubation has come from? Okay, babies. Why babies? Why do they need to be provided in a that incubator for the babies? Yes, sir got it right. So, of course, that's for premature born babies. If the 7th month, 8th month you deliver, the baby is still not ready for the outside environment. So, what do? You put the baby in an incubator where they provide all of this thing, and it is protected environment so that they don't catch infections and viral stuff because they're still not, immunity is not up. I think you know the word immunity because of COVID. So now their immunity is not up until the baby continues to feed, breastfeed and other stuff. And once it's ready, then it's handed over to the mother or the parents to then be part of the regular world. That's what happens in an incubator for when you're saying startups or these early stage businesses to be able to handle the outside world, the competition outside world, what sir was talking about, all the market being ready for it, critical mass, what manufacturing ready for mass manufacturing and other stuff. The initial stages to handhold and ensure that they are ready for the outside world, and then we call them graduate. We call it they graduate and then they move out and then they're on their own. So that's what an incubator is. Now, our hub, we got registered officially 14th of March 2022, and we started operations on the 21st of April 22. So it's just not even a year old. So we are a startup ourselves. We are learning things. We do a lot of things. We also do mistakes. That's what I encourage. The reason, and 1 year of a successful journey, I largely attribute it to people who have volunteered and like Srinivas, like Danesh here, like Pujitas, the Martins, the new fresh interns like Varma, Vinay. These are the people who come on board and then they're part of it, and then oh, Devai now yes. Uh, I hope I've covered everybody. So these are the people, because I cannot do it all by myself. One is the support from management. Two is the all the hard work that is, or they do it with a lot of passion, and then they support this whole thing. And in 1 year, what we have been able to achieve is we are India's now top rated university incubator. In 1 year, we are the India's top rated incubator. So if you even consider universities along with your institutes of national importance, which is IITs, IIScs, NITs, triple ITs, IIMs, all that stuff, there are only 6 institutions in India who are rated 4-star and above. There is no above. There's 4-star is the maximum rating. We are one of them, which we got it in the first year, which probably could have taken IIT Madras for 5 or 6 years. We just got it in the first year. So now the challenge is to maintain that and to try and get. I remember those nights when we were when his sir was talking about that we were in Purdue University in the US, and it's daytime here and I have to get things done, and all these guys used to sit and work to ensure that the data is all being fed in, because we have to feed in tons of data, 5 portals, lot of data that has to be fed in, patent related data, startup related, idea related, prototype related, and all other events that have done and all that stuff. Now we have streamlined it, but last year it was haphazard. So in the last 10 days, we have to ensure that all this data gets uploaded. So all the day we used to attend all our daily functions or the business related stuff. We used to do all our sessions and then come out in the evening, and then again all night till the morning 4 or 5 o'clock. I used to really thanks to his patient, because we used to share the room. So, and I used to disturb him. He used to work on it. We used to work all night trying to get it done. Thank you, sir, for all your time and effort, which for the ranking that was possible. Um, now we have the goal is at AHUB is by 2025 we want to have 200,000, which is 2 lakh square feet of incubation space, 200 uh, startups on the campus at any point of time, about 1,000 people, because averaging about 5 per startup, about 1,000 people working, about you're talking about 25% at least at any point of time, 250 interns working with these people. So that's the idea, and probably about 60-70 million of turnover, which means about 500 crores of business happening from this place. Just in 1 year, we have already crossed the 100 mark, because we have two incubation centers which are really operational. One is the NASCOM Center of Excellence for Artificial Intelligence and IoT, which has 44 startups. We have our own AU Incubation Center, which is in the engineering college next to the YVS Murthy Auditorium. It's pretty much prominent when you go by that Madilpalam road connecting to the Three-Town police station on the other side. So 5 floors from today, all the 5 floors are operational. It's about 74 startups that we have as of today. These are all revenue generating growth stage startups, not idea stage, not sell. So we will have a lot of pre-incubation spaces and all that stuff. So we have STPI, which has signed up phase 1, 25,000 SFT, 19.75 crores has come in. They're going to add another 2 phases, goes to about 70,000 square feet. We have Element, which is another one which is ready. That's a 60,000 square feet, which is on the South Campus, which is pharma, bio, genomics, food testing, food processing stuff. In food, we are likely to go Indo-Dutch collaboration for working on biodiversity and positive food systems, which we are in the final stages of proposal and likely to happen. We already got 5 crores from AP Food Processing Society. So we will going to work closely with University of Wageningen, which is world's #1 in agriculture, food, and forestry. So multiple things that are happening. Again, the Marine Incubation Center. I'm sorry if I didn't talk about that. That's again a 12,000 SFT in-house. It's got a what do you call it? Marine incubation of tanks, which the water gets pumped in, which is in the final stages. That also to be done. We have the machinery ready. Water gets pumped in from the sea into these tanks, and then they do a lot of marine living resource based research and incubation. Also, they grow. Like today, if you eat prawns, if any seafood lovers, prawns are grown mostly in ponds which are not sea. There's a difference, sea fish versus the pond grown fish. So seafood is more tastier. So the same with the prawns. So they're cultivating that. Along with that, they train people who get into aquaculture, aqua processing, aqua feed, multiple things. But the idea of our hub is finally to integrate this multidisciplinary incubation ecosystem. When I say integrate, now if I have a pharma guy who's trying to do he understands, the way I understand when I'm saying drug discovery, some formulation, but how that can be sped up and then done quickly, you come and talk to a guy who is basically in the artificial intelligence space. So there are companies now which usually take 5 years, now reduced it to the life cycle of development, which happened in case of COVID, which is much quicker, but now it's come down to 3 years because of AI. Now there is again a defense startup which is doing unmanned vehicles, which is aerial on surface. Now they are getting into unmanned vehicles underwater. What's the best place to go ahead and do it? Test your initial testing of your unmanned vehicles for underwater sea. You cannot put your very initial this thing direct into the sea, gets washed away. You cannot even handle the currents, or you need to put tons of money, take a trawler into the sea and then put it and then test it out. Whereas they can come to the Marine Incubation Center, put it in those tanks with seawater and test it out for initial corrosion related, all of the pressure related stuff. Basics testing. At least once the product is ready, they can take for deep sea tests. So this is what I meant by integrated incubation ecosystem. People, how many people here from management, MBA, sort of MBA, BBA management background? Okay, that's so you are sort of agnostic. You can go across everywhere. There are already student startups which have been successful. EduMoon, which is into student clubs now, and EduTech to a certain extent have been funded. They're valued 3 crores. These are two guys, Mahidar and sorry, not Vikas, yeah, Vikas is in the UK now doing his MBA, but these are the guys who started it and they're doing fine. Then there's one more startup. I know guys who know, don't jump to it because I know some of you know it who are working with AHAB. But the question is for the others as to these are 4 people who come together. They have started something in vertical aqua farming, chemical free vertical aqua farming, because they didn't, because everywhere you know what sort of feed gets in, even the chicken that you eat, because we have some problem that we are getting. We are intolerant to uh, antibiotics. That's because the chicken that we eat is full of steroids and we eat it, and tomorrow you get sick. If you use antibiotics, they don't work on you. So, and there are a lot of other problems. So that you're from pharmacy background? No, because that smile, I was thinking that, okay, I'm no pharmacy guys, but that if you're, that's, they thought they will culture or they produce um, chemical free fish and vertical in the urban area, and vertical tanks, and completely managed by using all the feeder systems, everything managed using artificial intelligence, vision analytics, and IoT. So the question here is, which department do you think that these kids belong to in the university? You know them, is it? Yeah, okay, that's why then you have to keep quiet. You know Satvik and team. The question morning, probably you were, where did you hear it? Today morning. I'm sorry? In the BBS this thing, right? People who have already got to this question, I don't want them to answer, but the others. Yeah, yesterday I meet, who was that person I was supposed to give a, huh? Okay, I still owe her the milkshake. So today's guy from mechanical engineering got the milkshake. Oh, Chaitanya, he got it. So yesterday's I missed her. I had to ensure that I reach that milkshake reaches her. Yeah, others, this is a guess. 5 guesses from the crowd. Which department in the university that do they belong to? Okay, did you know it before? Okay, so they are law students. They have got nothing to do with marine uh, engineering or marine living resources. They've got nothing to do with IAI, IoT, and this thing. So don't restrict yourself to, if you're saying I'm a mechanical engineer or I'm a MBA student, this is what I can do. So that's one thing. Just think laterally. That's what is required in startups. And we would be needing a lot of people for a lot of things that we were doing. The next, like every first and third Saturday, we do the startup Saturday. Then we do the been there, done that in the first and third Saturday. We do once in 2 months, we do hackathons, which is the third one that is happening yesterday and tomorrow. Everybody can come and watch what these people are doing. Last 2 times it was more IT or computer science related. This time it's more design, which is any branch of engineering. It's general people awareness also, like Madilpalam, that is a 5 road junction. So we gave that also as a problem to design a solution for that, because people going from the university from here, if they have to go to CMR, since they have to go all the way, you see a lot of two-wheelers bumping around, jumping in this stuff, all that stuff. So how can you avoid that stuff, sort of problems out there, and redesign the whole place? Things like that. That's one problem, but we have multiple problems that we have given out. So then we do other events which are startup related, pitching sessions, competitions. We did the AP Startup Conclave, idea storms. There are multiple things that we do. We need people to help us do that. We need people to help us keep our social media handles up to date. We have tons of reports to write every event. Like whatever this event happened, there's somebody who has to write a report, and we have to upload that stuff. We have tons of things that these people do, which is right from the poster making to the video that they capture, the editing of those videos, ensuring that everything is taken care. The like for tomorrow's, if you're saying the prices, the snacks, the lunch, and even for this, there are some snacks and all that stuff. Everything that is arranged, all that stuff, and somebody will have to do the entry with the. Till now, it was all me along with all this army of students. We are running this. Somebody has to make entries into the Zoho system for financial calculation, for because I have to again submit my financials, all that stuff, because we have to invoice. There are all these startups, they pay money. It's a, and AHAB, probably again one of, probably only 5% of incubators. How many? 2 more minutes, okay. So which have this probably if you have can survive without any funding source. So this is not something that I need fund from somebody, but it can survive on its own. We are self-sufficient financially. Now I'm getting a team of 5 people, a CEO, a incubation manager. Divakar is still not here, right? He's going to start. Then I'm going to have an incubation executive or a grants executive. I'm going to have a facilities and accounts executive and IoT lab assistant because we have already an IoT lab out there, and that's what Giridhar is helping build it. So these are all the things that are happening. So 100 plus startups on the campus, a lot of we're doing other things, skill development, the deep learning, machine learning course, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, Vinil is out here, so he's probably talk. He's getting a time to talk. Okay, so the space startup, right? So there's exciting things that happen here. So deep learning course, which again one of the startups called SandLogic, which is highly funded. They're developing a chip, AI integrated chip, which means that the chip will have the power to process things within itself rather than sending out all the data to the server and do the processing. So they have been partly successful for the initial test runs. They just get funded for about 20 million or so, which is 160 crores. So they started from Vizag, they started from the NASCOM. They're also incubated AHUB. AHUB doesn't mean only Andhra University Incubation Center. It means NASCOM, it means the STPI, everything that is in this vicinity, that's going to happen. So the 200 startups which we are talking of now, with all the success of the first phase, the university, I think VC Garu is happy. Now they're going to give me additional space and 3 crores of, I said, loan. I don't want even a fund. I'll repay it in this thing. Now that will be the first letter that will be on his table. Sir, please sign it. I'll take it to the EC to approve that 3 crores. School of Distance Education on the other side, probably one whole block or 2 floors is what I've asked for, which is around 30,000, maybe another 400 seaters and added, because the good thing is I'm 38 startups requiring 278 seats behind after filling up everything. So I'm still, and every day I get 2 or 3 requests from startups saying that I need space and all the stuff. So I'm really running after them and they're really helping me trying to find that space. So exciting speed. That means by the end of this year, once I get the space and it's ready, by end of this year, I'll achieve my target for 2025 end. We are like whatever the targets that we have committed to, the 2 floors where we got the fund from central government under Nidhi ITBI. We were doing the interviews and the CEOs were being interviewed, and the other faculty didn't know. So how will you reach the targets? What is your this thing? Then I slightly declared to them that whatever that we have committed for 3 years, we already achieved it. So the day one you're starting this thing, all are full. The revenue, this thing that's starting from 1st of April now, is within 6 months, whatever the targets that I've given for, except for patents, everything is already taken care of in that this thing. So we are far ahead of the game. So we are running faster, or now we are going in a very fast mode. So love to have people associate, and then you learn, get to know. The idea is not that when you're part of entrepreneurship club, you have an idea to become an entrepreneur, not to become one immediately. It took me to be 40 before I could take the risk and jump the ship. And it was also difficult because now at younger age, it was easier from a 7-digit salary, suddenly leaving it, and you become your own CEO and your own attender for day one, because after that, nobody is there with you. You have to do everything yourself. And again, build it from scratch is not so easy. It takes a lot of patience, persistence. We'll talk of use cases or case studies of student startups like Ujjwal and others who made it right after students, Mahidhar and all these people. You get to talk to them. And the idea is for us to put that that bug into your this thing, that entrepreneurship is the best way. So one day when you fight with your boss and your boss will say, useless fellow, you couldn't do this also, then you'll think, okay, how much more can I work? Because there's Rolls Mama, which is a lady who's been struggling all her life being a bank manager, Kunte, and she thought I'll start on my own. Already 5 franchises, which you will find it there. One of favorite food of hers, Rolls Mama. She's got a now 5th franchisee in Rishikonda. So all these exciting things is what you see. It's just not behind books. It's not that one day batting you study and next day write and get that 8 or 9 CGPA. I think it's simple to get with the type of questions that you get, the type of level of testing that you are gone through in your examination. Getting an 8 CGPA is so easy with one day batting. Okay, it's time up. I know. So nobody see. I'm just waiting to see who will stop me. Okay, so this is the problem. Is you say all the stuff. Okay, then in next moment he'll say switch off the mic and all that stuff. So okay, with that, any questions before we move on? Any questions? No questions? Yes, Jai. Nothing related to law. No, the only thing that it helped is the principal who was heading that. She was very Saraswati madam. She was very this thing. We gave them 20,000 bucks to go and study the market. What sir was talking about, you have to identify first if there's an opportunity or need and then fulfill it. So they went up to Nellore, backpacked 20,000 rupees. All the four went, but maybe law might not have because they're not doing a lot of agreements and other stuff on their own. But it is just that passion and drive to do something different. But they, because of Vinil, like legal related stuff, is it? Maybe yes, but largely running the business is something new for them. Very determined kids. 20,000 rupees was given by the madam, which helped them initially. But the Hull Prize, which Vinil was the director at that time for the campus, through the campus, they won it here. They won it to India level, state, India level, and then Asia Pacific level at Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam. And they had a 2 months all paid accelerator program in UK, and they built it in Eluru and they sold it off also. So it's all students. Yeah, he's now he's talking on part of G20, is it? He's done. He's that Satvik is now at the parliament and he's done the speech. 20 people that on the Republic Day, he was at the parliament. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, I don't know much about what, but he was in the parliament, so that's what I know. So thanks, and then I think any other no questions. So I'll hand it over to Pujita to see when Vinil will come in. I don't know about that, so back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
What Ravi has not mentioned, the title E4 stands for not E power 4, it is Euphoria Club.
I've designed it. Okay, I got that done.
Euphoria.
So Euphoria, this was, we were sitting E for entrepreneurship. I thought, what are all the words that will logically flow through? And then I said E4 and then Euphoria, because maybe that's the thing that we might use for the, instead of, okay, one other thing, declaration, because I need you to come here for the next thing. No, I think I'm audible. I'm loud enough. No. Okay, I'm loud enough. I think so, but for this thing, 28th and 29th, we're going to celebrate 1 year of successful AHUB. So we called it Utsav at AHUB, but I don't know if Euphoria means better this thing. I don't know, the chairman would decide as to what the name would be. I just proposed, they were trying to AHUB. There was Utsav at AHUB. Now maybe fourth one is Euphoria at AHUB or something like that. So Euphoria and AHUB or something like that. So this is an event where first day would be tons of workshops that will happen. Second day would be an inaugural session with a lot of people recognizing all the things that have happened, including the startups. A lot of startup and demo stalls that are going to be set up with a full day event celebrating the success of 1 year of AHUB. So that's something that I'll come back and with the complete details to you, sir. Okay, and during that, we would also be running a internship mela for the students of Andhra University who would be interested to work with these startups. Already about 180 interns went through this. So if more interns are willing, so you have to come and they will be there and they'll be interviewing you, and if they find you fit, will come in. So internships is a huge competition. From day after, we have students from IIM Vizag coming in. Then there is a request from IIT Hyderabad and IIT Tirupati to come and work at our hub. So it's the reverse. People wants to go from university to usually to the IIMs and IITs. We are able to create that buzz that they want. It's a reverse migration that's happening. So very proud about that. So thanks to all my team for making that happen.
That is euphoria.
That's euphoria, yes. Okay.
Now we'd like to felicitate our dear Register Sir for his great contributions towards the business community.
We have to have memories of something. Srinivas will be doing it, I said.
Srinivas Sir, Mr. Perfect Sir will be doing.
You will be the. No. Come. You're now part of the university. You can't say no.
Ravi is my proud student, right?
Yeah,
Few years ago, right? So ever since he took ranks at AHUB, but AHUB we are not at Andhra University Hub, Andhra Pradesh Hub. That is how AHUB. Thank you.
This is a good one. I like my professor now because we are all Jugaad innovation. He said, Intlo Plantas. He knows me because we both are think alike. How do you save costs?
Cost minimization is the approach.
He knows his students very well. So, AHUB is, it could be Andhra, it could be Andhra Pradesh, Andhra University, but we also have connotated word. When I was talking about the concept of incubator, he said, the third thing is Amma. It's basically mother in Telugu. Yeah, the Telugu word is Amma, which is basically, we've all been incubated for 9 months before we are ready out and everything. So that's also the connotation. But, okay, over to you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, coming back to our session. Thank you for your patience and all. And now coming to the session, my dear friend Danish will elaborate some details of this E4 club.
Hi guys.
See, praising your own friend is very hard.
Thank you. Hi guys.
Hello.
We have snacks outside. We'll give you snacks. Don't worry about that. I'm yeah. Basically, what are your expectations from this club or something like that? Can I know, like, one or two people? Okay. Okay. The club. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, I'll quickly go into the details. The main idea of E4 Club is to develop an vibrant entrepreneurial ecosystem in the university to involve all the students of the university in irrespective of the departments. We wanted to we don't have a united club for South and North campus till now. We are the one and only club where we unite both South and North and South campuses, both engineering and arts department as well. So the main members can come together and work on their business ideas, receive feedback and connect with investors and mentors, and also networking. You would probably say, before I joined into AHUB, I have my contacts only 200 or something like that, but now it's around 1100 or something like that. Every people I call, they help me. Recently I started my own business solutions company, I suddenly called Alok sir and wanted a PayPal account to my client. He helped me with that. Thank you, sir, for that. And we are also looking into collaborations with local business incubators like APIS and other STPI and everything. And we are also coming into accelerator programs, venture capital firms, and networking and connects as we do year-long events for every 2 to 3 months continuous. We have more networking opportunity for you, and also learning opportunity and entrepreneur skills, like we are bringing up our alumni entrepreneurs to the stage and helping out present students to develop their entrepreneurial skills, and also connect with them and mentor them, support in the sense like mentorship, industry connects, and business plan and business strategies. The main goal is to develop it together and foster your entrepreneurial skills. And at least we should have 10 startups from 10 is a big number, but 10 startups from our own club or uh, present generation students or something like that. How we are going to do this, like we conduct workshops and seminars and networking events. We'll have hub access like incubation access, guest lectures, business plan competition, startup fairs, research and development also is included. This is an important part from my side, because for everything we need to have a set of guidelines to follow, because for a smooth overflow of things to happen, we should have an okay. We already have a clear vision and mission for the group, outlining the goals and objectives of the club, a structured process for identifying and evaluating business opportunity, including a system of screening potential ideas, determining which ones have the most potential for success. A clear set of roles and responsibilities for members, including the responsibilities of the leaders or leaders of the club. Regular meetings and communications among members to keep everyone informed about the happenings and engaging them with the club activities. A system of tracking progress and measuring success, including financial and operation metrics. A commitment to ongoing learning and development programs to ensure that members have the skills and knowledge needed to success in their business. A supportive collaborative culture where everyone will work together collaboratively and develop a constructive manner to develop new startups together, taking ownership and making the activities to be successful with healthy team spirit, being dedicated along with accomplishing the tasks of the team in time mindfully. The committee, remember this, the committee or the club has the full rights to like suspend the members or something like that if there any inconvenience, non-participation or inconvenience or unacceptable mistakes done by the members. The protocol must be followed in implementing any kind of decisions which are to be solely taken by the team or the coordinator. Active participation and team spirit has to be carried by each and every team member of the. Yeah, we'll send it. Yeah, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Come, let's create it together. Thank you. Yeah. Before that, I want to thank Ravi sir for, like, I kept a word with him and he encouraged me to start this. Like, I wanted to see myself into the fellow students of mine. Like, I have been doing something, but I wanted to also see my fellow students doing something, and also thank my friends like Martin, Pujita, and all my intern team, and Srinivas sir, especially, like late night suggestions or something like that. Thank you, sir. Thank you, and other guests of Startup Saturday. Like I keep deliberately posting into the group something like every time. Disturbing you come to Startup Saturday and everything. So thank you for that. And I think we'll have this crowd for every Startup Saturday from now, and the other sessions of E4 Club. Thank you. Yeah.
So students, if you have missed any minute detail, we are here to help you. You can contact us. We'll give you all the details. Now, before closing the session, we'll do our popular open mic session. We'll do a popular open mic session to encourage innovative ideas from the audience. And anyone from the audience are welcome. And the remaining audience, please be respectful to their ideas. Like, you can share your business idea. Nobody's going to copy it. We'll help you out. We are open. So while introducing, oh,
Don't have enough time to start. It will just get revealed to think about this, what you have just
you can.
Vinil is our alumni and currently is also operating from our hub. He is our senior in our hub intern.
Hi guys. So myself, I'm Vinil. I study here my BTech and my MTech also, and I'm working here itself in the university itself. And I also started my startup. So it's into space tech. Everyone says that rocket science is a bit difficult, but I'm into rocket science. So before starting that, I'm not going to speak more about my startup, but my journey of starting a startup. I started my journey in this university back in 2015, 16 itself, I guess. So back then there was nothing in this college, not even a club, not even any activity going in this college. Not even fest, nothing was there in this college. And then we started some clubs in the college, called it as AU United Club, where we united all the students, where we could do lots of events. And then I also happened to meet many students in IITs and also NITs, and I thought that why don't we put that culture in this university. And then we started very much open fest and all the kind of stuff, where students got encouraged and also opened their minds of creating something new. And then I also started off thinking to bring up startup culture in the university. And then I approached Hull Prize, which is an initiative of United Nations. It was done worldwide, and also it was the first time Hull Prize was inaugurated in our university, in also in the Andhra Pradesh state. And then from the Hull Prize event, I was the director there for the university. And from the Hull Prize event itself, we got our uh, startup, which is known as Aqua Farm, from law department. He's a law guy, and he started his startup in the field of IoT, as Ravisa told, in the field of IoT and also aquaculture. And he also succeeded in his startup, and eventually also got the best director award from the Hull Prize people. And I got the invitation to UK as well. And then I started seeing a problem in the field of satellite industry, where I found a small gap. Before starting any startup, my advice is to the all the students out right here: find the end user. So before starting my startup, I found the end user. I spoke with ISRO people. Eventually, I also met ISRO chairman also, and also DRDO ex-chairman. And I happened to discuss my idea with them, and they evaluated my idea. And then I thought that, okay, this is the problem we need to address. And then I started my startup in the field of satellite technology. So eventually, uh, we participated in many events and also many international pitch competitions, where we could like say address the problems in the satellite industry, where many satellites are being launched in the orbit, but it is causing much more space debris, right? So we address that uh, problem, like say. And then we are here now. And also, yeah, I haven't prepared anything for this event. As soon as just Danish called me and said that there is a launch of this event and you need to speak. Okay, let's come and speak. So that is what I want to say. So before starting your startup or a startup idea, just evaluate yourself, find the end user, and also create an idea which is really required. Don't create an idea which is not required to the end user, and you don't find the end user, and it's not a good task which you need, good product which you need, right? So that is what I want to say. If you have any more questions, you can just contact me. Thank you. Okay. So recently, there was an international program for Taiwan with Taiwan people. So there were around 100 startups which were registered for the startup support program, which was between two countries, that is India and Taiwan, and where we applied ourselves, and we got selected in the top 12, and we could reach Bangalore there and speak with Taiwan people as well, and they were very much interested in our product, and we are about to go to top 3 as well and go to Taiwan and just finalize our product, and let's see what happens. Yeah, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Now we request all of you to scan this QR code and join and make your attendance and register in the WhatsApp group for the next communications.
The club members, please register for the attendance for today. So if you wanted to add it in the Startup Saturday group, you are free to join that group, or you're already into the E4 Club group. Here we will be sharing the all the communications regarding this club into the WhatsApp group shortly. Yeah.
And after finishing your attendance, we request all of you to gather near the dais to take a group picture. Yeah. Please stay back in your positions. We'll change our camera angle. Ready about